Lead me to my preparations.
My respects to you, Grey Warden.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think we can interrupt.
Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
I just wanted to talk.
You want to talk to me? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Not that I know of. Or, no, are you?
I don't think so. I'm one of the king's servants, which means I run messages around and make deliveries all day long. If you fall behind, you get the switch from the quartermaster. Oh, I wish I were back at the palace. There are far more places to hide. I better go. If the quartermaster sees me chatting, he'll think I'm being lazy, and that'll be my hide. But it was nice talking to someone. Hello again. You need something now?
What do you mean?
I deliver messages around the camp. You have a message for me?
Yes I do.
Then what is... Oh, wait. Are you the one I'm supposed to give Sir Garland's sword to? Because I think the smith's done with it.
Yes. You're supposed to give the sword to me.
Oh, that's such a relief. You really saved me from the switch for sure. I'd best get back to my duties again before I get in more trouble.
Good luck. I knew there was something with getting a sword. Not bad.
If you have business with the Ash Warriors, I suggest you speak to our commander.
Dude's so getting in trouble now, though.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the 10, I hope.
More instructions?
Logain has changed our scouting route a dozen times. If you're not from the 10, what do you want? We're busy.
You don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
What's an Ash Warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Matthias the Dwarf's son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
Can I hear this tale?
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Matthias was a claimed tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Matthias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Matthias then taught this to the Clane, who made him their chieftain.
What happened to him?
Matthias's prowess earned him the love of Morrigannon, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Matthias was grieved. He sent Morrigannon away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Matthias slew Morrigannon in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day, and gave Matthias an honored burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings even today.
You could have just said he was the first Ash Warrior. Betrayed his wife, killed his lover. Alright, what happened to his wife?
It is said that before the final battle, she returned to Matthias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion. Then she was gone forever. If she lived on in Orzammar, only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
Alright. Interesting legend. Thanks for telling me.
It was an honor.
So what's an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
I have a Mabari of my own.
Then you are most fortunate. A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The Wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Wouldn't it be smarter to leave your dogs behind? Let's just do this, see what we get.
They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies. But the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
Or if the enemy is painted with caddis as well.
Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the darkspawn hordes?
Let's go through. If the reward was right, why not?
We would kill you if you tried. Even if you succeeded, the monsters would only offer death as your reward.
Alright, that's it.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
If you have business with the Ash Warrior.
Well met.
No Warden?
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
We stand here in this hour, good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, let us bow our heads and remember those who have fallen and those who have yet to fall.
Quiet. I'm trying to listen.
How do you do?
Hail, Grey Warden.
I wonder if that one right there actually reminds me of
Well
the
met.
voice of
If you'll
someone in the
excuse me,
second
we are
game,
praying.
which is quite possible they used one of them to voice.
I do not have time to speak
Soldiers
at
in
present,
this one.
thank you.
It's happened before.
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
I'm Tifa.
Well met. And good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
Do you know much about Darkspawn?
Some. Do you? Do you know about the connection between them and the Fade, for example?
I know the Fade is where you go when you dream.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
I've heard that. Didn't something bad happen there?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And we heard that right at the beginning of the game. Chantry says many things.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
I'll just kill every darkspawn I see.
A wise attitude. It's worked well for me in the past. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me. Back again? Don't the Grey Wardens need you? Off you go. I have preparations to make for the battle.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
The Fade?
The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Grey Wardens.
I apologize, I'll go elsewhere.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
Maker above.
It's like I was getting maybe a slight lag right there.
We who betrayed your prophet unjustly now.
Hail to you.
Here's that chest.
That course of action is inadvisable.
Yeah, can't do it while he's here.
Welcome, young woman.
Who are you?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
You speak very strangely. Why is that?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
The Chantry claims magic is sinful.
Not sinful in and of itself. They claim it leads to sin. And there is a basis for that argument. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
Sounds like a horde practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role.
How is someone made tranquil?
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware.
I feel bad for you.
You do? I feel nothing. As the name suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. I am alive, productive, and no danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance?
What is enchantment?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
What sorts of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Can't remember if we even have any gear on with slots to begin with. It's not looking like it. But there'll be slots in gear, and you just drop the runes into those slots, and there you go. Done.
Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow.
Too bad it's not saying the whole thing.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What did you think I'd be?
Not a woman, yet here you are. The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
Maybe they did.
Just to give us a good scare. No, they don't really seem the type. I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The wilds?
We're right on the northern edge of the Kakari Wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why would they send us into the forest?
Sounds like some kind of test. Maybe we'll hunt us a souvenir or two. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
Oh, I'll watch your back.
Just don't get too distracted back there.
I'll try to keep my wits about me. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Didn't want to threaten them afterwards. Probably more likely to see me survive. Quartermaster, let's see here.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
What if I have?
Oh, well, I'd like to know where she went, that's what. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. Oh, I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
You need help tracking this girl down?
Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself.
What kind of supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some, goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
So you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
Okay, I know there was some stuff. Yeah. We need to get that backpack. So we're gonna have to sell some junk. Go ahead and get that backpack now. It's the main thing you want to get here, and I don't think gear-wise, like, there's anything really you need to get. I'm pretty sure what I always did was concentrate on buying plans, but let's see what the other shop has to offer.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? So long as you keep it quiet.
Yeah, some more recipes. Alright, I'm just going by
Hello
recipes.
again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? Let me know what you'd like.
So... Oh, I forgot about this. Got that for free, starting the game. Spend on a skill. Wouldn't buy this plan. There, as you can see on that weapon, the slots, the bottom, the edge that I was referring to. Sell that too.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? So long as you keep it quiet.
Alright. Alright, let's just keep moving. Not gonna use that skill book right now since I need levels anyway. So it is... Wait, it is skill, right? Let's see. Talents. Yes, it's skill. So, actually... Go ahead and save real quick beforehand. Just in case. There we go. Improved combat training. But I need to be 4 anyway. Well, shit. Alright, well, again, I have it already for next level. That works. More leather armor to sell.
I'm sorry, but there's so much to do before the battle. I have urgent duties, sorry.
Did you need some? Well met.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The grumpy one.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
It's not even in your way, jeez.
You know, one
Unless
good
you're
thing
talking
about
to
the
me.
blight is how it brings people together.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
I look like a mage to you. We haven't met. You must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
What can you tell me about this joining?
Honestly, nothing. Try not to worry about it. It will just distract you. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
Probably because we're too smart for you. I like that one.
True, but if you're here, what does that make you?
Eager to get going.
All right, fair enough. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
Yeah, let's get some information. That argument I saw, what was that about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are. Which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
You're a mage hunter?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes. The Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Both?
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
That's the quartermaster I was seeing in the other chest I can't get into just yet. Some runes. Alright. Give him some gear now. I already got better at those. Can take my family shield though. And I mean, I suppose he could wear this for now. He just better not get too comfortable with it. Alright, amulet for him. As a tank, this could be pretty useful. Resistance belt. Okay, we do not want that ring on him though. That will be useful though. Yeah, definitely don't want that reduced hostility on a tank. Alright, let's check out. See what he has here. Shield cover. And 2 offensive ones. Aggressive. Defender. That works for me. Alright, just sold some of that stuff I traded out and picked up.
Soldiers of Ferelden, my sisters and gentlemen.
I think she's saying the same thing.
We should see what Duncan wants us to do next, don't you think?
Well, in for a silver, in for a crown, as my dear mum always used to say.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
What do we need the blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Surely you could have acquired some before now.
Of course. You must work together to collect the components, however. It's as much a part of the joining as what comes after.
Okay, fair enough. Finally, some action.
Without a doubt. Darkspawn aren't renowned for their willingness to offer up their blood. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
Is this part of our joining too?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Okay, good idea. What if they're no longer there, though?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Okay, how will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Alright, find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Alright, a few things to do. Let's go ahead and get a look at these guys real quick. Get ourselves archer and 2-handed. He's got some attacks. Increase attack damage and slightly, or no, while being immune to stun or knockdown for the duration of this mode. Okay. Look at him in tactics. Make him ranged. Looks good. Now let's head on out. Wait.
Well met.
Hail.
I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.